Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you about the enemy showing me in a dream. Um, I had another friend in UK. Something happened to him. Anyhow, they showed me in a dream something horrible happened to him, and I'm not sure why. Why you rat about somebody of your own? So this ex-friend of mine, he did horrible things to me, and I stopped talking to him. And because you know how these people are persuaded with through lies, they're telling them you've done something, you committed a crime, you're mentally unstable, you're a terrorist, whatever the case may be. They like to spin lies, but they're not telling these people you are targeted because you are directly descendant of the house of Abraham. Let's talk about that for a second. The 144,000, we're not just descended of Abraham. I'm going to tell you something here. The 144,000 are directly an extension of God, of the maker of the universe. That why your date of birth is equivalent to this, especially indigos. Indigos are directly linked to the maker of the universe because the prophet Isa came through Stargate 6. All the indigo came through Stargate 6. And from Indian mythology, Krishna and Shiva and all of those, they came through Stargate 6. Understand? And so they telling me something happened to him, you know? And because I told the stories about what happened to some people that had targeted me, you know, and I forgot to tell you one story. I don't know if I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to tell you one story. You know, I was at a coffee shop one time and I was attacked by this white lady, and she says I stole her friend bag, but the bag was mine when I walked into the coffee shop. I put it on a table and I went to get because the coffee shop was packed, and I wanted to hold the spot on the table, so I don't want somebody to sit on there. So I put my bag in there and I went to get my coffee. And anyhow, I'm gonna short form it for you. Anyhow, she came and she says this bag belonged to her friend, and I said to her, "Lady, this is my bag. I walked in with this bag, And anyhow, she kept telling me, "No, it's my friend, and this bag has been sitting there for half an hour," and she lied clearly. Anyhow, she kept provoking me and stuff. And there is another girl, a Somalian girl, came and whipped her. She told her, "You know what? You stop being racist. Not all black people are thieves and da 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 and stuff." So anyhow, she's whipped her. She says it's his bag. We saw him come in with the bag. So why you not believe in him? And I said to her, I can open the bag. Before I open the bag, I can tell you what's in it, so you can see it's my bag. And she says, "No, you're not gonna open somebody else's bag," because she's still thinking it's her friend. Her friend outside the coffee shop. She knocked on the window and she told him, "Oh, look, this is your bag." And the guy, he didn't know what she's talking about because he looked puzzled. And anyhow, she kept provoking me, and the black girl whipped her. They started, she grabbed her from her hair and banged her against, the table, and oh my God, she got a really good whipping. So that's the other thing where the Holy Spirit came batting for me. I believe the Holy Spirit sent this Somalian girl to beat this girl up. I didn't even have to lift a finger. And yeah, that's how God work mysteriously. So now they're telling me, another friend in UK, that okay, I'll tell you why I stopped talking to these people. So you're probably thinking, oh, I'm the problem, right? For me to stop talking to people or cut people out of my life, right? When I notice people are working for the enemy, or they will say something that I only knew, if they say something that is not known to anybody else but to me, when you say it, how would you know that? You understand? So I knew we could never be friends anymore because he working for the enemy. Anyhow, I can't remember what he said. I can't really pull it on top of my head. It's not important. I don't care. We're no longer friends. That's it. But at least I don't go target people. If I'm, you know, because I said to the enemy for the longest time, you need to leave me alone, you know, and they're refusing because they're experimenting on us. And they lie to these poor people who do not know the truth. They do not know we've been targeted because we're related, right? So when Prophet Isa says, before Abraham, okay, before Abraham, there was I am. Prophet Isa alayhi salam came before the creation of Abraham. You understand? Prophet Isa came before the creation of Abraham. We did 144,000 as well. You understand? Because we're extension of Prophet Isa. We are the grandchildren of Prophet Isa. Then okay, I think I linked you, the Melchizedek blessed the seed of Abraham. Do you understand? When Abraham asked God, the maker of the universe, to bless his seed, God sent us 144,000 to bless the seed of Abraham. So that means we were created before the seed of Abraham. But the merging of seeds, because the merging of angelic beings with human. Who, have you heard this story, right? They heard the story of the fallen angels. There's no fallen angels, guys. We never fell. We came to bless the seed of Abraham because as a divine order, God sent us. That's why God believes in the perfect seed in God's eyes are this seed, the seed of angelic beings and human. Yeah, like we bless the seed of Abraham, right? Because remember the story, I think I posted it for you guys, where Musa alayhi salam and Musa or Noah, Noah alayhi salam. Noah, God thought Noah was perfect child. Because why? Because he's a mix of angelic being and human DNA. You understand? You understand? You understand what I'm telling you? So when Prophet Isa says, I'm the Alpha and Omega, so he's referring to himself, the Alpha and Omega. And he says also, I'm the beginning and end. That means Prophet Isa came. I know they're saying he was created after the fact. I believe, because through these verses, he came before, and then he came in the end. Because, he came as the last prophet to who? Beni Israel. Beni Israel are not the one you see in Israel. No, they're not the one. Bani Israel are angelic beings, hybrids. The seed, this seed that God mentioned. You know, there's another verse was God says, I favor you among nation. ربنا قال فضلتكم على العالمين. في نفس الآية إذا تابعت فيها بيقول في same surah, if you follow through, reading through, he mentioned Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Noah, David. You understand? So he's not talking about Bnei Israel are the one in Palestine. No, they're not the one. You understand? They inverted the truth. God didn't favor them. He favored this bloodline. Okay? You understand? When you understand that, you understand that they're lying to you. They're not telling you the truth. You know? God said it in the Holy Quran. I'm pretty sure you can find another verses if you look in the Torah or Bible or whatnot. Okay? So anyhow, to get back to what I was saying, something happened to this ex-friend of mine in London. I can't remember what they told me what it was. Something happened, horrible thing. Do I feel bad? No. I don't feel bad, you know? You know what I mean? Everybody who had done the 144,000 wrong will be justified in earth before judgment day, you know? Because that's God is like that. You know, God will show you where you're living, what happened, what would happen to these people. Okay? You made your bed, now you lay in it. And nobody made you a target somebody else you do not know anything about. They lie to you and you think you're batting. You are doing great deed. My sister told me, it's like, oh, we are in, you know, the city of Rasulullah. There is no jinn, there is no demons, and stuff like that, because God has protected the cities from all of that, and I wanted to bust out laughing because I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. I'll tell you why. While I'm here in Medina, I've been targeted by demon and jinn, okay? But also by people. So she's telling me, like, all good things happen here. There's no evil in this city. I beg to differ. I disagree. Because I believe a lot of witchcraft happening here, and also unjustified attacks. And what else? I believe a lot of crime being committed here. Especially, you know, I know it happened to me. I know it's happening to a lot of people. And also, I'm going to tell you why demon and jinn attacking us here. These people do not have respect for this city. They have no respect for the city. They have no respect to nobody. The all respect they have is to serve their master. Their master is in the UK. You know what I'm saying? The GCC report to the Crown of England. Unfortunately, hey, to each his own. You want to serve the Crown of England, go ahead. But do not attack me to please the Crown of England, okay? And so I'm going to tell you what God showed me, you know, but God never told me not to tell you. Because if God says not to tell you, I would not tell you. But they use the data centers globally. They use the data center globally to attack people. Do you know the data center they use the supercomputers and where you get all this, you know, AI stuff and artificial intelligence stuff, whatever, ChatGPT and stuff. They use these data center to invoke demons to attack you. Because while I'm here in Medina, I was being attacked. I'm still being attacked with demons and jinn and stuff through the data center. Saudi Arabia has one of the biggest data center in the Middle East. You understand? When Iran says, I'm going to destroy the data centers, you see how they freaked out and they calmed down? You see how they freaked out? Because they know if Iran destroy the data center, they're destroying their demons. This is how they initiate demons to attack people. You understand? This is how they initiate attack on humanity, through the data center. So, guys, create prayers against the data center and against Cern. Cern is a portal because Cern is connected to all portals of the earth. There is portals of the earth, you know that. There is ley line in the earth. You understand? You understand how they all connected? Anyhow, that's how they're attacking you through the data center. So when you create prayers, you have to, reverse all to the, data center, destroy the data center, all witchcraft coming from the data center to be destroyed. You have to create a prayer where you're actually saying these words, specific words, to bind these demons. Why you think Elon Musk and all these wealthy elites are globalists, I should say, are investing in the data center? Yeah, because they are using witchcraft on us. Okay. So there you have it. That what God showed me. And do I care about what happened to my friend in UK? I can care less. If I see him in the street, I'm not gonna talk to him. So whatever, ex-friend, let's say that, correct that. Would I talk to him? No. 90 million years. Would I forgive him? No. I would not forgive him. I would not forgive anybody who attacked me. Okay? Okay? Because initially I gave you forgiveness and you should have taken it. But these people are cocky, are arrogant, and everything negative about them. Because they think they have money, they think they're in control. No. Your money cannot control me. Don't dangle money in front of me, not offer me money. They keep offering me money. Up to 2 days ago, they still offering me money. I don't want your money. I don't care how much it is you're going to give me. I do not care. I don't want anything from you. I want justice. Okay? So guys, this is what I want to tell you. God is, vengeance will fall on these people. So remember, the data center are your enemy. Treat it as such. Create prayer to destroy all that comes from it and, attack these data centers because the demons are invoked in the data center. Elon Musk told you. They said they're invoking demons and entities in the data center. So, when you read into the word these people are saying, they're clearly telling you. Okay? All the GCC are investing in the data centers. Morocco is now starting to invest in a data center. So all the kings of the earth are investing in the data centers to use demons, entities, and jinn, whatever, to control people. You understand? Yeah, this is how they operate. They are the one who taught humans magic, witchcraft, and stuff like that. I believe this serpent seed did. They're telling you the fallen angels did. I believe it's like these are the wicked ones. The giants I do not believe the giants and the fallen are not are the same. I just don't. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. When the giants came here, they came here with Prophet Isa. Apparently, they came here with Prophet Isa initially, the beginning of creation, because he came with three different races. Giant, he came with the angelic legion and himself. That three, right? So the giants are believe are the one who are destructive ones. Okay? So when you understand that, you understand who is your enemy. Okay? You understand these people are creating data centers to control humanity, to do witchcraft on us. When you understand that, yeah, there you have it. So Saudi Arabia is supposed to be a holy site of God, but these people are doing that in a holiest site, in a holiest country, right? So do they have respect for Saudi Arabia? Why would I have respect for Saudi Arabia when their own people, their own kings, have no respect for the country? When they're doing witchcraft in the high mass, they have the biggest data center in the Middle East. You understand? So why would I respect what they're doing here when their own people are doing far worse? You understand? Telling me, my sister's telling me like, oh, there is no bad things in the house of Medinatillah, where she's the city where Prophet Muhammad resides. These people have no respect for it. So they do not care. You understand? So they're trying to control me, telling me like, oh, nothing bad happens here. All good things happen here. You know, understand? I find that is, mind-boggling. Let's say that. I find this funny, at the least. Because I know when God showed me this, what God wanted me to know. What do you think? But it does not mean this place is not holy. It means you've done something terrible in God's eyes. When you do something like that here or elsewhere, God forbidden, judgment comes fall on your head because you're desecrating a holy site. You understand? You're desecrating a holy site or a holy area or whatnot. God forbids witchcraft. Witchcraft is forbidden by God. In the Holy Quran, God says, show you what you have, what was it? The verse, it says, the pain you have caused. I think the verse says, the pain I have caused, referring to witchcraft, because witchcraft is a pain. It causes pain to people. You understand? God doesn't forgive that. We never forgive that because it's a forbidden knowledge. You understand? Brought here by the giants. The giants are the one who brought in the forbidden knowledge, not the fallen angels. The giants did. Because if you watch the TV show, The House of David, remember when he fought Goliath? He fought Goliath, and his mother was in cave. What the giants were doing in a cave? They were practicing witchcraft. Remember when he took a skull of somebody and he put blood on it, and he kept inciting these words like our witchcraft. Remember when Saul went crazy? Remember that? That wasn't the main reason. God taken the kingdom from Saul. Then, he was easy, the protection was lifted from Saul because Saul was doing things that God told him not to do. You understand? That I believe, after knowing all of this after the research. The giant are the one who brought in witchcraft, magic, and stuff. Not the fallen angels, the one who blessed. The Melchizedek are not fallen. They are sent here to bless the seed of Abraham by the maker of the universe. That's why I showed you guys. I'm going to see if I can find that picture to show you that the Melchizedek have actually blessed the seed of Abraham. You understand? Yeah. So this seed, the serpent seed, which is the seed of the giants. Okay? They are the wicked one. Okay? They still are, because look what they're doing.